Okay, I was working at, this is Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I'm working at the Watermark Hotel. Very nice place. It's called the Gregory Steakhouse, you know, fish du jour, you know, fish of the day. And so I'm like serving tables and stuff, and I'm not really making friends. Like I just, me and the servers aren't that close. Like they're cool and everything, like they're great, whatever. And bartender's cool, but you know, I don't really have that many friends in the front of house. So I start talking to this dishwasher in the back named Terry. And I can say his name because, you know, the type of person that like will never touch an iPhone, and even if they did, like they're probably just not gonna be swiping through reels one day. Like it's just not gonna happen. Cool, man. Terry, let me tell you about Terry. Terry was living in Houston, Texas, under a bridge because he had went there to go see his son. And while he was there to see his son, he got into an argument. Something domestically happened and he got arrested. So for the next 6 months or something, he's there in jail. And when he gets out, he has no money. So what do? He sleeps under a bridge. So he starts working construction from this bridge site. He talks to this guy, let him work. He said it was this Hispanic dude that gave him a shot. He would go sleep under the bridge, and he explained to me the setup of how he would protect his stuff. I mean, so there's like the top half of the ramp, right, that leads right under the bridge. And then in between that ramp and the actual bridge, the bottom of the bridge, there's like gaps and shit, you know, nails and everything, little crevices. So what he does is he starts putting his stuff up there and hiding it with certain like pieces of wood or whatever. Like he would explain these to me and I'm like, how the fuck do you have this kind of ingenuity on the freaking road? But he actually does that, and he starts working at this construction site, and he says he worked there like 3 months just to get enough money to settle down, get bread, and then leave, and also get a place when he comes here. So he starts dishwashing at the same restaurant I'm at, and we become best friends. I mean, he is so cool, but we do not have the same habits whatsoever. I mean, he is drinking on the job. He is not the type of person that, like, you know, I would want to bring home to my parents and be like, this is my new friend. You know, like he wasn't, you know, the best, you know, maybe image wise that, you know, you could present in front of your friends, but he had a good heart on him. And we used to talk all the time because I would give him a ride home. He lived in Baker, Louisiana, which is a little, maybe 25-30 minutes outside of Baton Rouge. So I'd give him a ride, and, you know, I'm struggling myself. I'm trying to make some money, and you know, but I can't help not to help this guy. Like, I will drive the extra 45 an hour because he needs it, you know? Like, who's going to pick him up? You know, like, I had to. And we would talk about things, and he would tell me his journey. And it'll always be the old guys who are trying to give you, like, woman advice. And he's like, man, you good looking. At this point, I had long hair. Bro, if you don't shut the... Yeah, at this point, I had like really long hair, and you know, I've always been good looking. It's whatever. But so he's telling me like, man, I can't believe you're single. I can't believe you're single. Like he'll tell me like all these servers, like they really like you. They're just afraid to like show you, and you know, you're not really putting yourself out there. And I'm thinking like, man, bro, I'm not trying to. Like I need money for myself right now, and then I can think about having some money to bring someone in my life. And so one of the other things we used to talk about is he had this amazing personality to where he could ramble on about his personal life forever. And what was fascinating about it is you talk to someone who's in like a bad situation or bad position in their life, or not in the best position, you know, whatever you want to say it as. You know, you don't really see dreams or like fascinations, but he's pulling out like his business card. Like he was like, I already have my business card. Like I want to start a maintenance company. Like, and I know I can. And, you know, I'm ready to get back in my son's life. And, you know, I want to be better. Like I want to be better. And he's like, I've been talking to God. Like ever since I put God back in my life, it's given me the moral structure, you know, to like be better tomorrow. And this is him. Like, and this is how I know life is raw, because life isn't black or white. You can believe all those things and be on a good path. And that's why I said don't associate, you know, I said in another video, don't associate the rich with your good behavior. So at the same time he's believing all this, he's chugging down a little cheap gin that we got from the gas station, while also offering to buy me a cinnamon bun. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. I don't want no cinnamon bun right now. I'm kind of tired. But you know, like, you can believe all that, like, you can have all that within you and then still do the bad habits, because instead of dropping habits, most of the time we carry it along like baggage. And like when you move several times, every time you move, you lose something. You lose something. It's always something small. I mean, always something you only notice when you're looking for it. Like, you only find your keys when you're looking for your phone. It's just magic. But it's just, as you move along, you just drop it slowly. Like, that's what I see in my life. And I don't know what he's doing now. This is the point. This is the problem. My stories, I never know what these people are doing, because I'm not going to keep up with you. Because personally, I believe that if you keep someone in your life for long enough, you have to integrate them somehow. And I'm not trying to integrate nobody. So, like, as we move along, like, from my experience, I've seen that bad habits lose you like baggage, or like moving, like just piece by piece by piece, until one day you just drop it. It's so lightweight, it's easy. It's just freaking easy. It's not hurting your hand. It's just something like a feather. It's just gonna flow between your fingers and into the wind, and gone. But what we do is we dramatize it and we make it harder than what it is. I mean, I think everyone relapses in what they do in a lot of ways. It's hard to stay so consistently driven. Like, I've never met a perfect human being. Like, it's just hard. Now, this doesn't go for people who, you know, are sober for 10 years. That's a different, it's a specific substance. But when you live a lifestyle, you really can't drop an entire lifestyle like a feather. It will come like baggage. You're gonna hold that suitcase, and slowly it's gonna empty out, and it's gonna be light enough one day. You're just gonna be like, why am I carrying around? And it's like carrying around, it's like having a backpack, but the backpack's empty. Why are you carrying the backpack? You're gonna take it off. So, shout out to Terry, man. It's always, it's good to find the success in stories that will never be written about.